right, guys. Hey, good morning. Glad to see all my Pilates peeps with me. Let's do this thing. My name is Elizabeth. I'm your instructor. You're in a Pilates-inspired fitness class. And for props today, we're going to use dumbbells and a pillow. So go ahead and grab both of those. Your pillow should be medium size and not a super heavy pillow. All right, we'll begin by setting the pillow to the side. And then we'll just stand tall and come onto those tippy toes, lower one heel, bend an elbow, tippy toes, and switch and switch and switch and continue. So just coming into a simple move that will begin to warm up the body. And while we're doing this, I'd like to take a moment and say welcome. I'm super glad that my live students are with me. Always nice to see you guys. And if you are with me on YouTube, welcome. I'm super glad you found me. All right, so I want to share with everyone that my goal as an instructor is to have every student feel better after every class. So I need your help with that. So if ever I am requesting for you to do a move, which is not working for your body or doesn't feel good, I really do not want you to do that. And I want you to do something different such that you are working in a pain-free range of motion. All right, guys, noticing if that heart rate's coming up a little bit, noticing how you feel, moving your body for 3 and 2 and 1 and pause. Let's swing those arms from side to side. I call this move Lady in a Park, but just notice how this feels. We'll revisit this move a few times in class, and I want you to notice if it begins to feel different for 2 and 1. All right, guys, next, let's bring our feet to a parallel position, and then we'll kick our left foot forward, reach both arms forward, come to center, and then left foot to the side, both arms to the side and center, and left foot back, both arms back, and come to center. And we'll do it again. So our arms are mirroring our leg movement loosely. You get the idea. All right. We're breathing, we're hollowing out that belly. If this begins to get uncomfortable for you with the weight of your dumbbells, you can get rid of the dumbbells and just go through this range of motion without them. By the way, if you are with me on YouTube and you don't have any dumbbells, that's okay. You can use cans of food or water bottles or even nothing. In the beginning of the pandemic, I remember when we were all using like green beans and enchilada sauce. That was kind of funny. All right, guys, breathing for 3 and 2 and 1 and come to center. Swing those arms from side to side. The reason we were doing that is because the pandemic had just started and some of us didn't have workout equipment at home. So we made do for 2 and 1, come back to center. All right, we're going to do this again, still moving the left leg through space. So we're not switching legs yet. But what I'd like to do is bend both knees and reach the booty back in space. So the knees are behind the toes. And then from here, navel is tucked to the spine. Take an inhale. As you exhale, let's kick that leg forward, arms forward, side, and back. And we'll do it again. Arms forward, to the side, and back, and continue breathing, hollowing out that belly. Navel is tucked to the spine. Maybe if it's all right for your body today, you would like to bend a little further into that squat with your right leg. Yeah, really kicking the work up in that right leg, the further back in space that booty is. Again, keeping that front knee behind those toes, thus bringing the booty back in space. Woo, feeling this quite a bit for 4 and 3. Looking good, guys. And 2 and 1. Come to center. Nice job. Notice how one side of your body feels different than the other. We will balance that out. But first, let's swing those arms from side to side. Just taking that happy reset for 2 and 1. All right. Next. Let's bring those feet together. Kick that right foot forward, arms forward, to the side, and back. And do it again. Breathing. Yep. And if your dumbbells begin to feel heavy, guys, again, you can get rid of the dumbbells or you can keep those arms a little closer to your body. So maybe you could come into a biceps curl and then open just a little bit and then bring those arms back. So that's an option too. So as always, making this work for you. Woo! Notice how you're feeling the muscles in your standing leg just supporting you, and you're feeling other muscles in the leg moving through space. All right, so we're going to add on. So the next time you're at center, pause. And then if it feels okay, let's bend those knees, reach that booty back in space, and come forward, side, and back. Again, we are keeping the knees behind the toes. Another thing I'd like to point out, guys, is when we open our arms to the side, I just want your arms shoulder level. So you guys continue. But right here, this is good form. If my arms were to come up higher, that would not be good form. That would not be so great for the shoulders. So we want to protect those shoulders. So just open into a T position, not venturing into a Y type position. Why? Because we're protecting the shoulders. Woo! All right, guys. Breathing, hollowing out that belly. Navel is tucked to the spine. For 3 and 2. Woo! And 1 and come to center. Nice job. All right, let's just shimmy those legs a little bit. Just feel that movement. And then let's come back to the left leg. So we're going to keep the right leg still again. And this time we'll bring that left knee into a tabletop position. Okay. And then from here, we'll kick that leg forward, reach those arms forward. And then we'll bring both knees together. That knee is still bent and open. And then back. And then we'll come forward and kick and open and back and forward and kick and open and back and continue in this manner. And notice how you're feeling the front of the thigh when you reach that leg forward. You're feeling the side of the thigh as you open to a T, and you're feeling the back of the thigh as you reach that leg back. So that's kind of cool. Woo! By the way, we've done a lot of reps with these light dumbbells, so it is likely that your arms are feeling a little tired. And also, when we do several repetitions with a light weight, that is when the magic happens, and we get that really nice, long, lean muscle definition that we're after in Pilates classes. Woo! All right, guys, we'll do one more of these, and then we'll switch sides. Woo! And come to center. Okay, well done. You should feel a lot of muscles active. Yeah, are you guys feeling this? Yeah, okay, cool, me too. Okay, from here, let's stand on that left foot. And then we'll bring the right knee into tabletop, kick it out, come to center, and back, and forward kick, and side, and back, and continue just like this. Yeah, looking so good. Woo, breathing, balancing. By the way, we've been balancing on one foot for quite a while here, and you guys are doing a great job. Notice how I'm not seeing you guys being challenged by the balance at all, which is pretty cool. As I say that, I feel a little unstable, but just want to point out that that is a success that you guys are able to do this, and that balance is right there. Woo! All right, we'll go for 2 more. Yeah, and 1 more. And back, and come to center. Well done. So we've got a lot of thighs, we've got glutes, we've got core, we've got chest, shoulders, arms. Yeah, so lots of stuff going on. Okay, guys, from here, we're going to set the dumbbells to the side, and we'll grab this pillow. And then we'll reach the pillow down to one side. Take a step apart with those feet. Again, keeping the knees behind the toes. We'll bring the booty back. Come up to center, swing that pillow overhead and bend and do it again and continue. As you're doing this, guys, let's keep the weight in the heels. In fact, maybe even lift the toes a little bit, squeezing those booty cheeks, going for that free movement in the upper body. While we are working that lower body, we're moving through space quickly. We're also working the major muscle groups and moving with those arms overhead. So all of those things lend to increasing that heart rate, woo, which I can certainly feel. All right, guys, maybe this is all you want. If you want more, as you come up, maybe lift one knee, put it down, and lift the other knee. And continue. And breathe. By the way, when you're in that zone where you feel just a slight increased sense of urgency to breathe, and you're not huffing or puffing, but you feel a little taxed talking or breathing or whistling, kind of like I am right now, that is a terrific fat burning zone. Woo! And breathe for 3, and 2, and 1, and come to center. All right, guys, next we're going to take the pillow and place it behind, and then grab onto it and energetically pull that pillow apart, using it as leverage to press those shoulders back and down. All right, so I'm interested here in a big heart opening. And just enjoy that sensation. Wow, I feel really out of breath. Okay, guys, and then let's kick one foot back, reach those arms back, and switch and switch. Maybe this is all you want. If you want a little bit more, as you step one foot back, let's come into a lunge, bending both knees, and come to center, and switch. And switch. And continue. Breathing, loving it, feeling that heart opening sensation, guys. Our whole life is in front of us, and we're using this pillow as leverage to help us undo hours of leaning forward. Yep, so we're lengthening those muscles up in the chest area by the shoulders, which allow for that more correct posture to feel more comfortable. Oh, feeling this in the triceps a lot. Woo! Looking good for 4. Remember, any modification at any time is fine. And 3. And 2. And the next time you're down, stay down. All right, guys. Reach that pillow down to one side. Up. And up. And continue. As you reach that pillow overhead, maybe hover those front toes. Woo! Adding to that balance challenge, and also shifting the work around in your lower body. Oh, for 4, woo! And 3, you guys look so good. 2, and 1, and come to center. Holy cow. All right, well, we have to do that on the other side, guys. So let's go ahead and take a step back with the other foot. All right, coming into that lunge, and then we'll go for this movement. And remember, guys, we want this front knee behind those front toes. Woo! And then as you reach overhead, maybe hover those toes and hover those toes. And continue. Man, that is surprisingly challenging for the balance. Woo! And breathe. Yep, you guys look really good. You guys look super solid. I'm all over the place. For 3, and 2, woo, and 1, and step all the way up to standing. Good job, guys. Are you feeling a little out of breath too? Yeah, awesome. Me too. Okay, so we're going to switch this up and come to the ground. So keep your pillow and your dumbbells nearby. And let's come to a seated position. And I'm like right in the sunlight. Okay, from here, let's bring the soles of the feet together and let's just butterfly those knees to the side. All right, if it feels good for you, and it probably does for most people, grab your ankles with your hands. That doesn't feel good for me, so I'm going to keep my hands behind me. But if that does feel good for you, you can grab onto those ankles and you can slightly lean forward, feeling the stretch in the low back as well. And breathe for 3 and 2 and 1. All right, then let's place those feet flat and lean back onto those elbows. All right, so leaning back onto those elbows. Wow, it's like the light is changing with the season, so didn't used to do this. All right, so anyways, leaning back onto those elbows. Let's take that right leg, kick it out long, and then lift and lower, lift and lower. Continue. Begin to make this exercise much harder than it actually needs to be. In other words, pretend like you're lifting something super heavy up and then you're pressing something super buoyant down. Woo, for 3 and 2. And the next time that leg is hovering above the ground, pause. Keep it there. Lean back, lie back rather. Place the fingertips behind the head. That leg is just hovering about 6 inches in space. Take an inhale as you exhale, come into a crunch. Inhale, lower, exhale, crunch, and continue. And breathe. My range of motion is super tiny right now, but if it feels better for you to have a larger range of motion, by all means do so. I am modifying, practicing what I preach, taking care of my sweet body. Man, I cannot get out of the sun. Woo! For 3 and 2 and 1. All right, then let's come back to the elbows and we'll kick the other leg out long. And then lift and lower, lift and lower, and continue. Woo! Again, making this as hard as is possible. I know that you could do this to where it's not that hard, but I want you to choose the hard option. So you're using your muscles a lot to make this movement possible. For 3 and 2. And the next time that leg is down, keep it down. And then lace those fingertips behind the head. And then let's come in and out of that crunch position, just holding that leg still. You guys continue. I'm going to do a little bit of architectural work here, see if I can give myself some shade, which is not happening. Oh, maybe that's happening. All right, guys, looking good for 3 and 2 and 1, and come back down. All right, from here, guys, let's place both elbows down, come into a Pilates V. Navel is tucked to the spine. Take an inhale as you exhale, slide those legs out and drag them back in, and do it again. And then as you're doing this, let's maybe begin to hover those heels just above the mat. If that doesn't feel good to you, you can keep them in contact. And if that doesn't feel good for you, you can kick one out and then bring it in and then kick out the other one. Woo! Yeah, so lots of options here, lots of ways to make this more challenging or less challenging. Although honestly, sometimes I feel like it's the most challenging to do a physically less challenging movement because you're taking care of your body. Like that's really mentally challenging. I'm going deep here. All right, guys, you are breathing for 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Okay, knees bent, heels down, Pilates V. Let's lift one knee and put it down and switch and continue. And then if you wish, you can lift both feet. And then if that's fine and dandy and you want more, you can lace those fingertips behind the head and bring the knees towards the elbows, coming into a clamshell crunch. I am going to use my super strong non-physical body and make the decision not to do that because I'm listening to my own advice. So in other words, I'm going for the technically easier option, which is sometimes harder to modify and honor your body. But that's what I'm doing. So you guys look awesome. I love what you're doing. I can see everyone's working really hard. For 3 and 2 and 1, come back to center. Okay, let's take a step apart with those feet and those knees and windshield wiper those knees from side to side. Just enjoy that twisty sensation. For 3 and 2, and the next time those knees are over to the right, pause. And then just relax those knees over to the right as much as you can. Lie back, lace the fingertips behind the head. Take an inhale as you exhale, crunch straight up the center. Inhale, lower, exhale, crunch, and continue. Breathing, hollowing out that belly, feeling those oblique muscles, feeling that really terrific side body stretch. Yep, I'm gonna pause, but you guys continue if that feels good for you. Looking so good. For 4, 3, 2, and 1, come to center, and then let's pivot those knees up towards the ceiling and drop those knees over to the other side. And just give your body a moment to settle into the stretch. And then, if you wish, begin to lift and lower, coming in and out of that crunch, up and down the center, and breathe. Feeling those oblique muscles working, going for that tiny waist. Yep, I'm gonna have to stop even doing that, but you guys continue if that feels good. And breathe for 4, 3, 2, looking good, and 1, and pause. All right, guys, let's bend both knees. Both feet are flat. Head is down. Navel is tucked to the spine. Take an inhale as you exhale. Let's lift those hips. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, and continue. Coming in and out of a bridge, keeping that head down. This is inherently a posture correcting exercise. For 2. And the next time you're down, stay down. Let's grab that pillow. Place the pillow between the knees. And you guessed it. Let's squeeze that pillow. We'll start with our feet on the ground, just squeezing that pillow. Really recruiting those inner thigh muscles. Squeeze, 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 and hold and squeeze. And then if it feels good to you while you're squeezing, take an inhale as you exhale, lift those hips. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift, and continue. Woo, and breathe. Yep. Squeezing the pillows, squeezing those booty cheeks. Lots going on here. For 4, 3, 2. The next time you're lifted, stay lifted. And then, guys, let's squeeze and release, and continue. Really recruiting those inner thighs. Again, inherently in this posture correcting exercise. Woo! For 4, and 3, 2, and 1, release the squeeze and roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Well done, guys. Next, let's take the pillow. We're going to reach it up overhead, coming into a crunch position. And then reach that pillow back behind. Reach that pillow forward and do it again. If this crunch is not working for you, no big deal. Just lie flat. And then as you bring that pillow forward, lift one knee and switch and continue. Another option, guys, is you can let go of the pillow. Lace your fingertips behind your head if that works better for you. And then finally, if you want more, you can begin to tap the toes of one foot and then the other instead of lifting. So in other words, if you wish, you can make that starting point with both feet hovering in space instead of both feet on the mat. So whatever feels best for you, your choice. You are breathing for 3 and 2 and 1 and come to center. All right, guys, we're going to pivot this a little bit and let's come to a side lying position. Let's place the pillow underneath our bottom rib. And then I just want a little bit of contact between your body and the pillow. Not a lot, just a little. And then we'll bring both knees in front of us and we'll lift those feet. Open a knee and close, open and close, and continue. So we're just applying a little pressure from our torso into the pillow so our core muscles are active, holding our spine straight. Let's just reach this top arm up to the ceiling. Woo, and try to create as much space and length as you can between all your ribs and all the vertebrae in your spine. Using your elbow on the mat, your rib on the pillow, and your hand up towards the ceiling as a little assistance to try to create as much space and length as you can in that midsection. Also, notice how you've got a really terrific burn happening in that leg. That's on purpose. For 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Remove the pillow. We'll place the pillow between the knees. And then if you can stay as you were, if you wish, or you can come down and place your elbow on the mat, or you can even rest your ear on your bicep. So whatever feels good for you. Okay, let's take this pillow, guys. We're going to squeeze and release, squeeze and release. Continue. And just notice how much activity is going on when you squeeze the pillow. For 2 and 1. And then let's lift both feet. Squeeze the pillow. This is a little tricky. And then lift those knees as we're squeezing and lower and lift and continue. So notice we've got inner thigh muscles. Oh my God, this is so hard. I have a hard time talking. We've got inner thigh muscles. We've got tons of oblique, lots of core, hollowing out that belly, squeezing that pillow. Who knew this would be so hard? For 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Lower down. Well done. Reach both arms forward. Take your top arm up and over, coming into a side body stretch, which I am going to omit. But if it feels good for you, you have both arms extended out to the side, and maybe you're looking over those far fingertips. Yeah, just enjoying that stretch. Looking good, guys. Loving it. For 3, 2, and 1, and come back to center. All right, we're going to switch our position a little bit and come to an all fours position. All fours position, and then let's, so this will be a little tricky to get into position for, but let's bend that left knee into a right angle behind us, and then we'll just play with this, guys. If it doesn't work out, that's okay. Let's take that pillow and we'll try to squeeze it back behind the knee. Yeah, so we're holding it there. Okay, and then let's lift and lift and lift and breathe. So if this is not working for your anatomy, or your pillow is slippery and that's not working, that's okay. Just get rid of it. Woo, breathing. So even if I didn't have the pillow here, guys, I'd be feeling this quite a bit. Yeah, really targeting that back booty area. Breathing. Woo, for 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Let's keep that leg lifted. And then, is it possible? No, it's not. I was going to say, is it possible to straighten and bend without losing your pillow? So let's pretend it is possible and do that. Maybe it's possible for you. No, it looks like everyone lost their pillow. Okay, so we're keeping that knee straight out from the hip, really targeting that backside. And notice how you're feeling a lot of muscles in your arms and your core and your shoulders. Maybe you're even shaking a little bit. And that's just because those muscles are engaged, holding us stable. For 3 and 2. The next time that leg is out long, pause. Let's wag that foot from side to side. I was thinking either kind of like a dog, like a cute puppy, and we're wagging our tail, or like a big shark and we're propelling ourselves forward. I'll go the puppy route. Breathing. Woo, for 4, looking good, guys. And 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness, come back to center. All right, you should feel a lot of activity in your legs right now. Okay, let's separate those knees, reach that booty back towards the heels, walk those hands forward, coming into a forward fold stretch if that feels good for you, and it does for most people. And just enjoy that. If you're new to me and watching me on YouTube, you might be thinking, holy cow, she's a Pilates instructor. Why is she so damaged? Well, the good news is I'm a Pilates instructor and I can move freely most of the time instead of being damaged all of the time. So I like have things going on with my spine since a child. All right, guys, come back to center, coming back onto all fours. Let's take that pillow and we're going to put it behind the other knee. Trying to find that balance. And then once we've got it, we're going to lift and lift without losing the pillow. Hopefully, I am seeming to have a harder time on this side. Yeah, and lift and lift and breathe. By the way, I want those hands directly under the shoulders. If your wrists are talking to you, you can come on to what we call gorilla fists, where the knuckles are flat. So the wrists are straight. So that's an option if that feels better for you. Woo! And you are breathing, feeling this quite a bit, as am I. Getting that really strong backside. And again, we're like holding a plank here too. So we're really targeting the core and the arms. Again, going for that sculpting. Woo! Feeling this quite a bit. For 3 and 2. Okay, let's keep that knee super high in space. And then let's straighten that leg. Try to balance that pillow. Oh, there goes mine. And bend and straighten. Continue, but all the while, even if you lose your pillow, guys, try to keep that the femur parallel to the ground as opposed to lowering down. Yeah, so it's like that back leg is like a tabletop. It's not lifting and lowering, it's just lifted. Woo, like your booty, lifted. Ha. All right, guys, feeling it's quite a bit for 3 and 2. Let's straighten that leg out and then do the cute puppy dog thing, wag it from side to side, feeling those inner thighs, feeling those outer thighs. Breathing. Boy, it was chilly in Southern California today. It feels like it is definitely warming up. In other words, I am getting hot. I can tell I'm working hard. Woo! For 3, looking good. And 2, and 1. Oh my gosh. All right, bring those knees back down to the mat. Open those knees wide, reach that booty down, walk those hands forward, coming back into that forward fold stretch if that feels good for you. Yep, looking good, just enjoying that stretch. For 3 and 2 and 1, and come back to center. All right, guys, next, let's come onto the knees. And then from here, we are going to open those arms out to the side. And then we'll lower down to one side, kicking one leg up and come to center. And then making sure your dumbbells aren't in the way. We'll do that on the other side. So by the way, guys, continue. If this doesn't feel good for you with the kneeling thing, you can do this standing too. So that's totally an option. And breathe. Yeah, loving it. For 4. Loving the variations. Oh my gosh. And 3 and 2. Yeah, beautiful. And 1, and come to center. All right, guys. Those of you in a kneeling position, go ahead and come up to a standing position. And then we'll reach down and grab those dumbbells. Arms in goalposts, reach those arms overhead, one knee in tabletop, and switch, and switch, and switch. And you may have guessed it, we're coming into a little cardio blast. So you can continue with the move that I was just showing you. If any bouncy thing doesn't work for you, you can disco dance. You can take off and run the stairs. You can do whatever you want. I love it. Yep. So the goal here, guys, is just to move that body get that heart rate up a little bit. If you are working with those arms moving overhead, even if you're not doing a bouncy thing, you will definitely increase that heart rate because moving the major muscle groups and working with those arms overhead, which makes the heart work harder to pump blood up to those upper extremities. So just moving freely, whatever feels good for you. Yeah, loving it. Bev, with your mirror, I thought you had a friend working out with you. All right, looking good. I'm seeing Linda jogging through my screen. I love it. I think Lisa is off running the stairs, and Lynn might be running the stairs too. Oh, there's Lisa. She's back doing her double beat thing. We're gonna go for a little bit longer here, so if you want to run the stairs again, you are welcome to do so. Yep. Loving it and breathing. Just moving, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe feeling a little dorky. That would be me. Story of my life. And breathe. My husband and I joke, we always call each other dorky. And then we say, oh, it's part of your charm. That's why I like you so much. Just not taking ourselves too seriously. All right, and breathe. Noticing if maybe you're feeling an increased sense of urgency to breathe. If you were to whistle a happy birthday, would it be hard? Yeah, so it's a little hard for me. So I'm in that really terrific fat burning zone. Breathing. Yeah, looking so good. And we'll go for a little bit longer here, guys. Woo, and breathing. Did I mention you're breathing? Yeah, I'm loving it. Woo, yeah, those of you in Southern California, man, it feels like it's really getting toasty out there. And I think Bev was saying in New England, it's not cooling down that much either. Anyways, we're creating our own heat here. Woo. And breathing for 5 and 4. Looking good, guys. And 3 and 2 and 1. And find stillness. Swing those arms from side to side. And notice how your body feels. Do you feel like your pores are a little open? Perhaps you're a little glistening. Do you feel slightly out of breath? Do your muscles feel a little fatigued? All of that is awesome. For 2 and 1, come to center. All right, guys, let's keep the dumbbells in our hands and we'll bend the arms into a 90-degree angle. And then we'll bend our left knee into a 90-degree angle and open and close, open and close. So we're working the shoulder area. We're working that outer thigh. Again, we're targeting those muscles of the standing leg. Try not to use a swing or a momentum so you're really in charge. By the way, when those arms are in front of you, think if you were lying down on a reformer, your arms would be in a goalpost. For 2. And the next time everything is lifted, pause. All right, pivot those palms so they're facing each other. Straighten that leg, punch one arm forward, and switch, and switch, and switch. Balancing, breathing, navel tuck to the spine, looking so good. For 4, and 3, 2, and 1, and come back to center. Well done. Notice how you're feeling that really nice fatigue in the shoulders, which gives us that definition. All right, let's come back into that 90-degree angle for the arms, and we'll bend the other knee into that 90-degree angle, and then open, and close, and open and close. And again, notice if you're leaning, using momentum, using gravity, let's try to prevent all of that, and it makes the moves much more challenging. Breathing. Woo. Yeah, feeling this quite a bit. For 4, and 3, 2, and the next time it's out, pause. Let's pivot those palms forward, and then we'll kick that leg long, Reach one arm forward and switch and switch and switch. Balance and continue and breathe. Woo! Looking good, guys. For 4, whoa, and 3, 2, and 1, and both feet down. Well done. Notice how simple move, but notice how many muscles we activated. All right, guys, let's you can just set the dumbbells to the side, grab your pillow again, and then let's take a big step back with one foot. Bend both knees, reach the arms overhead, lift and lower, lift and lower. Yeah, for 2 and 1, come to center, then take a big step back with the other foot, bend both knees and lift and lower. Use your pillow as leverage. Pretend it's pressing your shoulders out of your ears. Yeah, looking good. For 3 and 2. All right, guys, listen for the change. This time we're going to come down and we'll come to a side lying position on the other side. So we'll do that side lying work on the other side. And we'll start with that pillow underneath the ribs. And remember, we're just applying a little bit of pressure, finding that really long, straight line. All right, navel is tucked to the spine. Let's lift those ankles in space, and then lift that top knee and lower, and then we'll reach that top arm up to the ceiling. And again, using our elbow and our fingertips, creating as much space and length between them as we can, using this to help to facilitate space between all the bony landmarks in our midsection. Oh, really feeling this quite a bit. Again, crazy simple movement, but holy cow. You guys, people ask me, what do you do? I'm like, I do Pilates 3 times a week with my Zoom girls. That's it. It's crazy. All right, so we work pretty hard here. For 3 and 2 and 1. All right, let's lower down. Wow, really feeling that a lot, going for those really nice curves that we want. Okay, next, we're going to take this pillow and put it between the knees. You can remain on your elbow if you wish, or you can lie as I am, or you can rest your head on your biceps. So lots of options. Okay, guys, from here, let's squeeze the pillow. Just take that squeeze. Breathe, 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 squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. For 2 and 1 and release. All right, guys, let's lift those ankles. Squeeze the pillow and hold and breathe. Squeezing, squeezing, breathing, breathing for 4, 3, 2. Okay, guys, next, keep those feet lifted. Continue the squeeze. Let's lift those knees and lower and lift and lower. Hollow out that belly. Again, this is so hard. And breathe. Feeling, oh my gosh, if you can balance and feel your waist area, those muscles, girls, are on fire. Oh, squeezing, squeezing that pillow, inner thighs. Oh, for 5 and 4, looking good. 3, you guys are killing it. I love it. 2, oh, and 1. Oh my goodness. All right, coming into that side body stretch. Reach both arms forward. Take that top arm up and over, down towards the mat. And if you wish, you can look over those far fingertips. Again, I am modifying, but usually this stretch is a super crowd pleaser stretch. Yeah, you guys look awesome. You are breathing. For 3 and 2 and 1. All right, guys, let's just roll right on over to the back. So just roll onto your back. And then keeping the head down, knees are bent, feet are flat. Let's take that pillow, reach it up towards the ceiling, holding onto it in both hands, and then take an inhale as you exhale, lift those hips, reach those arms back behind, lower the hips, reach the pillow up towards the ceiling, and do it again. And breathe. Hollowing out that belly, keeping that head down. For 3 and 2. And the next time those hips are lifted, keep them lifted, arms only, up to the ceiling and down towards the ground. Yep, and continue. And then begin to gently pull that pillow apart with your hands, activating a different group of muscles. Then let's come onto those tippy toes. Then as we're pulling that pillow apart, as we reach those arms back, let's separate those knees and zip those knees together as we reach that pillow up towards the ceiling. Continue. Woo. For 4 and 3, 2, and 1, and then lower that booty all the way down. Nice job, guys. And then we'll just set the pillow to the side. And then from here, let's press ourselves up to a seated position, placing those hands behind us. Knees bent, feet flat. Take an inhale. As you exhale, let's hover those hips. And then if you wish, you can lift one knee and the other knee and continue alternating from side to side if that feels good for you. By the way, you can also do this on your elbows if that is better for you. You can also do this lying flat or in a bridge. So lots of options, guys. So make this work for you for 4 and 3, 2. And then next time both feet are down, pause. Let's come onto those tippy toes. Open and close, open and close. Pretend it's super hard to close and super hard to open. For 3 and 2 and 1. Lower that booty down. Well done, guys. And then, however you wish, let's come to a standing position. I feel like this class flew by. All right, guys, once you're all the way up to standing, let's place the hands on the hips. Take that left heel, kick it out in front of us, and then bend that left knee, bend the right knee, bringing the booty back. Yeah, and lean forward with a flat back. So I'm interested in a stretch all up and down that back side. A well-deserved stretch, I might add. Woo, for 2 and 1, and come to center. We'll do that on the other side. So let's kick the right heel out. Bend into that left knee, sticking that booty out. That right leg is straight. And the toes are lifted and we're leaning forward with a flat back, kind of sticking our booty out behind us. Woo, for 3 and 2. You guys look so good. And 1, come to center. All right, let's take a lady in a park one final time. Notice how this feels after all of that activity. I hope you guys feel amazing. Got a full body workout in, got some lengthening, some strengthening. For 2, lots of posture work. And 1, come to center and then reach those arms overhead. Drop those shoulders. Good. Curl those fingertips over, tuck the chin to the chest, roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, which I am not going to do, but I am watching you guys and you look amazing. Nod your head, heck yes, I feel amazing. Shake your head, no, no, no. And then softness in the knees, head is heavy. Begin to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Yeah, beautiful. When you get to the top, guys, bring those shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. One more time, up, back, and down, and walk into your hump day without a hump in your back. In other words, with your awesome posture. Lynn, thank you. You coined that. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me. If you're with me on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe.